Hmm. Hmm. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Hello? Is my mic working? Let me put something music on or something. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Well, wait. Back into the fine forest that I've always called to being a detective. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day or night. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be playing a detective game called Her Story. I think it's a detective game that's pretty much well put together from like the very little bit that I know about it, which is basically nothing. So we're trying to solve this mystery, and pretty much all there is to it. Let me go ahead and say today's daily devotional. It's always good to start these streams. December 14th. God, I know I'm not perfect, but I believe you can use me anyway. I offer myself to you just as I am today. I will again tomorrow, no matter what mistakes I make. No matter how many times I fall down, I will get back up and serve you forever. I think I wrote... Okay, yes, I did write that down. Fantastic. Did write it down in Daily Devotion. Aha! I'm not completely useless streamer. Can everyone see the screen and stuffs? Alright, so let me hop on over to the game scene. I have to capture. Give me a second. Let me turn off the music as well. everything's closed. I have to what's my screen resolution? Screen resolution. Play settings. Or let's 2560. Okay. Okay, so max. Got you. Okay. I'm actually excited. And start. Oh, I got a VHS noise. Nice. Her story. Eloquent. Eloquent and mysterious. Search terms murder. Uh-oh. You're logged in. I'm a guest. Logic database. Enter query to access archived footage. Okay. Are there no settings? Okay, I would like to not have that. Okay, there's no sound settings. Understood. Read me. Introduction to the Logic Database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The Logic Database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. Ooh, Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed, and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word, e.g. robbery, into the search field. Click search, and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses that word. In arrow search, use multiple words. Example, robbery supermarket. If you are working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise using inverted cameras to search for an exact match against the entire statement. E.g., yes, I was there. Store a clip for later reference. Click add to session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own to help further future searches, please click in the user tags box and type in your desired tags. For any further assistance, please contact your Department's Information Technology representative, Police Department Technology Organization. Okay. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. Couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97, but figured this would be enough. Take your time. SB. In a rubbish bin. Oh. What's this? Anyways, I'm distracted. Was there Eric Astley? Can't tell. Crew hack? I don't know what's happening. Anyways, So they're really just throwing us into the deep end. They're not really telling us much. Oh, okay.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Someone named Simon got murdered. Understood.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
That was the year prior. Oh, okay, they're doing the day-month thing, okay. So, that was the previous year, on the 6th. No, never mind, it was not the previous year, that was just a month prior to, not a month prior, just a few days prior to the second video. And then this was like a month later, okay. Oh, shall I wait for... Yeah, I'll wait for the ad. Just... Oh, there's really not much. Wait for the ad to finish. Waiting, 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 waiting. Pop, 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 pop. This is my waiting song. Waiting, 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 waiting. Pop, pop, da 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 da. Freaking good ads. Good ads while we're waiting. Good ads while we're waiting. Maybe some OxyClean. Maybe McDonald Trump fries.
Arby's, we have the meats.
No clue what ads are going on. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing.
Bad
and all
vibes.
these stories we've been telling each other. Just that.
It's not.
Stories.
You're a killer. You're a killer. I know that look. I saw it. I saw it in your eyes. You're a killer. Okay, yes, pretty lady, pretty murder lady. But I think it's fine. Simon. Ooh, 61 entries found.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
I can't have anything to write? Okay, let me pull up a notepad or something. Maybe not notepad. You know, I feel like I have to write stuff down. Yeah, I definitely have to write things down. So yeah, I do have to pull up Notepad. Open. I put this on my second monitor. And where am I going to put it on the monitor? Oh. Ooh, quite big. Hey, that's what she said. I never said that. Let's, yeah, I'll just add over here, I guess, somewhere, so you can see what I'm doing. Try not to take up too much space. Oh, there we go. Nice. Going. That means I can even make it a little bit wider if I felt like it. I do. Yeah, whatever. Good enough. Then down a little bit. Okay. So now we have that up, so you guys can see what I'm doing. So. Can I not, like, click my second monitor without tapping off the game, please? I would really like that. How do I rename it? I haven't used this in a while, to be honest. Just, yeah, and then story. Put that there we go. So let me listen to this real quick.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass.
Ernst
Simon does the more
Brothers
special
Glass.
work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
There we go. Oh.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have. It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Wait a sec.
It's the Rockington Arms.
Can I pause it?
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock.
E?
It's run by a nice couple,
Right click,
Peter
left
and
click.
Susan. It's the Rockington Arms. It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other
There has to be
regulars there.
some sort of key here. Not enter.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple.
Yeah, I just want to know how to pause it.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and
Rockington Arms. Okay. Okay, that's how I pause it.
the Rock.
No.
It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
What did they say? Peter and Susan? Helen? A waitress?
It's the Rockington Arms.
Run by a nice couple.
Couple.
Susan. Couple. Runs. Couple. Runs a rock. And what'd you say about Helen? Barmaid?
It's the
Waitress?
Rockington Arms. Sometimes. Helen. Peter said Simon had been in the barmaid they're having sometimes. Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and
Not waitress. Barmaid. Rock. What else? Peter said Simon had a few drinks. That's going to be important later. I can already tell. How do I remove you from the session? Oh. Anyways. What's this one?
it's the Rock.
Okay, never mind. That's the same one.
Yes. There's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Very interesting. Okay. So we are going to go check Church Brothers class first. Just that one, okay. Not just the word class. Okay, 5.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not books so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Okay. Here's your tag. Simon. Description? Guess that would be. I don't want to play. I want it. No, I don't want to quit. I'm trying to delete it. Backspace. No, whatever. Guess that's just permanently there now. Unless I can do something with it. I put it in a. No.
He wasn't present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Okay. So. There's an argument over a gift. Was a mirror. Anger has been memory. Okay,
Well, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors these days. I mean, he made the mirror and he gave it to me.
wait a second.
Well, on his clothes, that would make sense. He made it by hand. I mean, he brushes the silver onto the glass. It's not how they make mirrors.
Why would he brush it onto the glass if that's not how they make the mirrors? No, look at her face.
It's not how they make mirrors these days.
Looking away. Looking down. Look how her face changes. Her smile fades. Eh? And then she starts speaking again. Not looking directly at the camera. Oh, there's someone here to the left side. Someone to the right side.
Mirrors these
And she looks almost as if trying to read the room, get confirmation or something. Okay. Over. So I'm gonna put over.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Keeps mentioning photo.
Simon is
This is. I need to put description here. Add session. Add session. Okay. These two for now. I'm with this.
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
Shotgun wedding 17. What else did it say? So she was clearly not happy. She keeps mentioning princess. I've noticed several times now she keeps mentioning the word princess.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember, well, I went over the river. And then there was a church.
River and church,
There.
understand.
Yeah. And I probably parked. Well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street.
Princess.
There it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. Pretty sure it must be this.
River, church, Princess Street. Understood.
Yeah. We were 17.
That one.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty, pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Okay, what about... No. We have to go in order. So, let's learn more about this wedding.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. We can make it. Sorry.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together.
Brighton, okay.
Just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Brighton? Maybe. Brighton. Let me do hotel in Brighton. Make up for the baby.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has
Diane,
really nice
Eric,
taste.
Diane.
That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Okay.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents.
Hannah.
There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished.
Why was you trying to
It
get
was
pregnant at
Hannah who
17?
betrayed us.
What?
I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
That's a cheap way to start. I don't like that.
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's a palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Okay. I'm starting to think she has a split personality, something to do with mirrors.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
That's not random, that's Morse code. I don't know Morse code, though.
Poor Simon. Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry. Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry. Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence.
Wait a second, I need to write Eve. Mentioned the attic. What personality? And then there was the Morse code between finger taps.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Florence. Twins then? What? Well, why would you name your twins Hannah and Hannah? Unless these are different people.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place. Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there. Yes, I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories. Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Hairs.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there.
You're not wearing the ring.
It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories.
How about your other hand?
Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights. Yes.
You have the ring.
Could the hairs have...
You have the ring. What about you? Do you have the ring?
No.
You do have the ring. Still have the ring? Okay. She seems different with her hair down. Maybe.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near...
Oh. Pregnant. See?
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married. Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. This morning sickness. No. Well, yes. You found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant. It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much? When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Just think for a second. Mental evaluation. Personality disorder. Unwell. Unhealthy. Air.
What kind of hairs? You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay. Probably needs tuning. No, it's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. See, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
Just
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face. She knew.
Yep.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
What? Why'd I right here? Wow, 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 wow.
My sister is gone. And she's never coming back.
Okay, so
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him. I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital.
yeah, this is definitely odd. 6, and then that's 7. Shut up. I didn't mean to say it.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. And I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck. That's all that matters really, the baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby. You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead.
Oh.
But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing? Yeah.
She very well could still have. Can she?
You're reaching here.
Aw.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford. Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead. No, I have never been unfaithful. I've never cheated on Simon. You're reaching here.
And that one.
Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday. Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
Huh.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in. Hannah and I would meet up. Crying. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers who had betrayed us. Punished. Flush. Was it time to become our own people? Simon would get their own
Huh.
separate. Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question? Are you out of your mind? Twins? Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion. There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
I'm trying to think of a word for like a harem? No. Player. No.
Okay? I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records? Okay. She's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity. Did they catch it there? I don't know. Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again? Yes, this is it. He made it himself. It's a special one-off. He made it and decorated it. That's his thing.
Oh,
Where did you find it? No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. Stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
they do have a split identity. Separate.
Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now? I felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different. I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's... Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me. Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it.
Ah, you
Folded
found her
papers,
sewing stuff. Oh, never mind.
letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand. I guess I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again.
Right how God intended, baby. Let's go.
She was a widow from her 20s.
Why'd she get married that early?
But, I guess it was different then. You married for life, and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know. Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us.
Yep.
I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity.
What?
It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
You're a freak! Freak alert! What the heck? Look, I'm all about split personality girls. That's cool. But that's some freaky stuff, okay? You don't... That's where I draw the line. Yeah, it is wild, my man. I don't want to know more about Carl. Not Eve. Tell me about Eve. Who's Eve?
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes. Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up afterwards. It was a love-hate relationship. A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve, so my parents let me off. My mother called me Eve.
Wait a second. Anna and Eve.
Yes, take a lie detector test. I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work? My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works. Well, a week or so ago, it would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Let me just do some basic words. Well, I spelled that wrong. Death. Location. Body found.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body. It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone.
It's a confession right there.
We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
How do I win the game? I literally just found the confession.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body.
Alright.
I screamed, and that's when I called the police. No. The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours. Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people had been there through my things. It's like I'd been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't looked in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So...
Never heard. Pretty sure that's severe. Chopped. Cut.
his body. It didn't look real.
Yep, he was cut to pieces, I assume.
His throat.
Oh.
It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses.
Yeah.
Doesn't always wear.
I mean, they're the same person, so they have to.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. Oh, TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
Reflection.
Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Yep.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements. I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place. It was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Sane. And sanity. Plead. Guilty.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't. Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss. But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing, like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her. It was almost like it was a different Simon. But...
Dissociative. Associate? Well, there are so many characters with split personalities. I know what it looks like. This is a split personality. Well, just say it! I have confession right here. Execution. Court. Trial. Judge. Jury. Knife. Well, that's not how you spell knife. Knife. Oh, it's not knife. It's obviously it's the piece in the mirror.
She has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
I have all of the evidence. I literally have the confession. Fagged. End. Then.
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car. When I woke up, I came straight back. Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there. And I... Excuse me. Is there a bin?
Mirror.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
Broken mirror. Mirror piece.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror, just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
Confession!
What else do you want? It's right there.
Share body. Same body. 2 in 1.
I sleep on the right side of the bed as you come in from the door. You can tell because I have 2 pillows and he just has 1.
2 pillows, he has 1. Yes, exactly. Anna killed Simon. Simple as that. Story's over. The end.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth. Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Rule number 1 of murder mysteries. It's always someone extremely close to you. That's why in any reality crime show, like that's like true stories, it is literally 9 times out of 10 your partner, a family member, or a very, very close friend.
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful. Yes, like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end. No cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
Brother, I know exactly what happened. It is extremely simple. The hair. He was like, oh, well, it could have came from a Rapunzel doll. Hair came from a fake wig that she wore. Killed him with a piece of the broken mirror. Like what? Panic. Panicked. Freaked. Freak. Scared. Regret. Remorse. Hide. Hid. Hidden. Stored. Kept.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. Helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page. So I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
If I had to guess what our player character's doing, I assume this is the baby. Her baby. If she indeed was pregnant. Oh. She had the baby. She went to prison. And she is serving a life sentence in there, or she was executed. So this person is trying to find out what happened with their mom and their dad, why they are an orphan. Take care. Watch over. Protect. Take me away. Punish me. Punish. Punishment. Or thought. Disgrace. What word would someone use in a confession? Come on, it's her story. My story.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story? It's a real life fairy tale.
Happily ever after. Nothing for Gil. After.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked on the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Yeah?
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock. No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after. I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
Rapunzel. Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour? Alright, so I'll look it up real quick. Kid you not, this is how they expect me to beat the game. Hit 100%. Watch every single clip. Brother, I don't want to do it. I figured it out. It's DID.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
This is also what sucks about like mystery movies and like books for me. It's like I figure it out in like the first 5 or 10 minutes. And then I'm sitting there for like other 90% just like, when are you gonna reveal it? And then they eventually reveal it like it's a big twist. I'm like, you revealed what I already knew. Oh my gosh. I would be a sick detective.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Our the baby. My baby. And baby girl.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby.
As
We were going to call
expected.
her Sarah.
Sarah.
Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Yeah, I just spelled Sarah there.
I would have been
Am I
good.
just stupid? I tried to spell Sahara. Okay, makes sense. Sarah. Ava. Like us.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Oh, Morse. Oh.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a
Aha!
book. The knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
Brother, you expect me to translate that? No! Fine, I'll try. Let me... knock code. Okay, so, let me...
When we weren't together, we'd something pipes or the attic floor. When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book. The knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor. Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Alright, just to show you that I did actually do this, I did make an attempt. Just- Okay, why should it look like that? Well, fine, I'll just do this one then. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Change this to Bzz dog Toel. Bzz dog Toel. That's what I got. I did it wrong. Bzz dog Toel. Oh, we love it. Bzz dog Toel. So yeah, we know my limitations. I was already aware of them, but I was willing to give it a shot. Thing, are you gonna let me pull up my notepad again? There you go. The tad's on. Oh, well, you can't even see it. That's stupid. Good enough. See, you can see it decently. Try my best here. Oh yeah, found it out first thing. 2 people, 1 body. Knock. Knocker. Tap. Bonk. Grass. Nothing for grass. Well, we know exactly what happened. They have fake. False. Inject. Cave. Yeah, I mean, maybe cat, but it's like...
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our harness to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. And she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies were synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
You're the same person, do you not realize that? You're not separate people. You're in the same body.
2 souls, 1 body.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present. From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of Eggs Benedict.
Eggs Benedict.
We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday.
Oh, you're a teacher.
Home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Love me. Chit chat? What is chit chat? Yes. I was right. Ha ha ha. I can't type indeed. I can't type Yes, sir. I can't. You're limiting. He did make me type yes. I can. I am Sarah. Wah. I want to see the credits again. Get out of here. What? Give me a second. Twitch is not gonna like that word, so let me let me. Okay. But there was something. I'm gonna play the video of it, like the little video, the thing.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird, in a way it hadn't been before.
Wah. Control. There you go.
Just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them. He saw me singing one of my shows, pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, well, that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Alright. That is going to do it for tonight's stream. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a pleasure streaming for you. Let me know if you want to see more games like this. Personally, I'm about to see if I can get a refund. Because that was not my cup of tea. Anyways, thank you all so much. Hope you all have a blessed day and blessed night. This is going to be Rocko signing off. See ya.